Today's horoscope, Aries August 24th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You're learning much about the world around you, determined to step out of your comfort zone and gather new experiences that open your eyes further. Still, a focus on the past now seems important before you move forward. Reviewing old ideas today can bring new methods to light. You might find yourself in problem-solving mode. Watch for overthinking creative and romantic matters, however. You do need to review and backtrack in these areas, but it's not as urgent as you might imagine right now. There can be openness in your communications or a breakthrough in a project or learning endeavor. At the same time, the sun is turning more and more of your attention to your work, duties, and routines, and the practical side of your life is firmly on your mind now. Today could be hit or miss days when it comes to your personal and romantic life as a carryover from yesterday's energy. This is because sweet Venus, the planet of romance and pleasure, will be clashing with your planetary ruler, mighty Mars within the sky. On the one hand, this won't rock the boat in a relationship where both parties have strong egos and like a bit of adventure. You could use the extra spice for some aggressive, passionate foreplay and sexual exploration. However, if there is tension beneath the seams, anger and frustration will explode like a firecracker. What can you do to express yourself at work? Being authentic in a work environment is no easy task. You may have had past issues when you tried showing up as your true self. Although it can be disheartening, do not let the past get in the way of trying again. Start with expressing your thoughts and ideas when Mercury retrograde in Leo trines Chiron retrograde in your sign. It might be kind of scary to be so brazen. However, it could be a healing experience to express yourself through your communication skills. Reformation and change are challenges that can create a stressful atmosphere in your life at this time. To counteract this stress, acquaint yourself with your ability to adapt to change. Although you are rarely sick, it is better to give in to your need to rest and relax before you are so worn out that an accident forces you to. If you can only get that much-needed mental break that comes when your mind is taken off your main pursuit. Get an alternative interest you feel strongly about. Be calm. Don't get upset. Don't try to force actions. Be above it all. The vibrations will push you to calmly study the situation today. Put old ideas and relationships that don't help you in the garbage can so you can go on more lightly. Make place around you without upsetting the order of things. You will thus be able to think about new projects. This doesn't mean that you have to run towards success, but to be ready for it. Although they will part ways today, it won't be for long, as the sun and moon remain harmonized. This unity positively impacts both sides of your financial landscape. The sun is departing from a playful and creative section of your chart today, while the moon's arrival in Aries yesterday has enhanced harmony, boosting your confidence and awareness. Tomorrow, when they reconvene, the emphasis will shift to income and job matters. As the sun exits and re-enters your busy work sector, the moon will continue to ensure that life does not become solely about work without play. As the sun leaves your romantic sector today, this might take the solar off matters of the heart, but the spirit of romance will remain in safe hands. However, there will be a shift in focus for with Mercury now on his own and still in retrograde motion. This will shift the focus onto the past. This comes just as Mercury's alignment with Chiron, the planet of healing who is also in retrograde motion, peaks. As a sense of romantic nostalgia deepens, so too does a chance to heal. Daily Planetary Overview. Why beat a dead horse, right? Sometimes, revisiting old wounds can feel like a necessary step, but today, the universe is encouraging you to take a different path. With Mercury retrograde in Leo trining Chiron retrograde in Aries, there's a gentle nudge to resist the urge to go back in time. While the temptation to reopen old issues might be strong, you might find that there's little to gain from it. Instead, why not shift your focus towards the future? There's so much good on the horizon, and by looking forward instead of backward, you open yourself up to receiving the positivity that's coming your way. Have you ever noticed that when you dwell too much on past hurts, it can prevent you from moving forward? It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with things you no longer need. Today, you have the opportunity to lighten that load. By letting go of the past, you make room for new opportunities, experiences, and connections that are more aligned with who you are now. This isn't about forgetting what's happened, but rather, choosing to focus on the good that's ahead. Now, today's energy also brings a sense of clarity, especially in your emotional world. You might feel particularly sensitive and more in tune with your desires. Use this clarity to bring a little more rationality to your relationships. It's a great time to strengthen the connections that matter most to you. Have you been feeling the pull to nurture certain friendships or partnerships? This is your moment to invest in those bonds. At the same time, it might also be the right time to gently let go of relationships that no longer serve you. Doing so with sensitivity and understanding is the best approach for everyone involved. Have you ever had to part ways with someone, not out of anger, but because you both had grown in different directions? Those moments can be bittersweet, but they also pave the way for growth and new connections. On the other hand, with all this emotional clarity, you might feel a strong desire to go after what you want, no matter what. And while that determination is admirable, it's important to keep things in balance. Be mindful of your actions, and try to avoid getting swept up in impulses that could lead to awkward or disagreeable situations. It's easy to stray from a sensible path into more destructive ways, whether that's indulging in excessive behavior with food, shopping, or even in your love life. We've all been there, right? Those moments when we think, why not, only to realize later that we might have gone a little overboard. If you find that things have come to a halt or aren't progressing the way you'd planned, don't get discouraged. Sometimes, the universe throws a curveball, and while you might not have bargained for a change of course, it doesn't mean all is lost. Instead of wasting all your energy trying to push through an obstacle, consider taking a detour. It might take a bit longer to reach your goal, but that detour could offer valuable experiences you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Have you ever found yourself on an unexpected path that ended up being better than what you'd originally planned? Life has a funny way of working out like that sometimes. And if finances are on your mind, today's energy is perfect for settling outstanding financial matters. Whether you're tackling debts, budgeting, or considering larger purchases, your instincts are sharp right now. You're in a good place to make sensible investments, and the advice you receive is likely to be more conclusive than usual. Maybe you're thinking about making a big purchase, a car, a home, or something else significant. Trust yourself and the process. You've got this. I'd love to hear from you. How are you navigating this moment of letting go and moving forward? Have you recently made decisions to strengthen certain relationships or part ways with others? And what about your financial goals? Are you feeling that clarity to make smart choices for your future? Let's share our experiences and support each other as we embrace the good that's ahead. Together, we can move forward with grace, confidence, and a clear vision for what's next.